Hey everybody, and welcome to a very special Big Brother Over the Top show, where we're going to be discussing the third NOM choice. Now, if you guys want to see any of our shows back, head over to yourrealityrecaps.com/BBOTT. You can see all of our past shows there, or yourrealityrecaps.com/BB8. If you want flashback times, I meant BB18 for all the shows we did with the BB18 house guests. If you want flashback times, they're over at yourrealityrecaps.com/BBOTT flashbacks. 24/7 live feed updates are on Twitter at BBOTT live feeds. Most importantly, if you guys want to help support our shows, consider becoming a patron at yourrealityrecaps.com/patron. You get weekly patron-only shows like the one we just had before this one, prize giveaways each week for patrons, and what else do we do? Oh, access to the patron-only Facebook group, or you can do a one-time donation at yourrealityrecaps.com/PayPal, or subscribe right here in You Now, or give bars in You Now. All great ways to help support our shows. Or don't do anything and I'll just leave. You guys do the show. Find someone else to host. Oh my god, you guys. Okay, so now that you're all here, thanks to Dancing Amy, she is going to put the link into the chat room, but watch this. Oh, sit. We have a form where you can vote. Flippin' Skittle, thanks for subscribing. Thank you very much. So this form is just going to be for this show. I'm going to go ahead and place my vote for Morgan. Boop. And now, results. Morgan is in the lead, and this will update in real time during the show. Dancing Amy will put the link. I mean, I guess, can I put the link too? I think I can put the link. Hold on. Let's see if I can put the link. And then you guys can vote during this show, and we'll know it is for... Okay, hopefully that's it. I just posted the link. You can go there and vote. And we can see the results in real time during the show. Ooh, exciting. Why Morgan and not Danielle? Okay, let's start there. I would be stupid not to address it. So I will just address it for the people that don't know. That there's the campaign going around. That people want to split the votes and trick people into splitting the votes between Shelby and Morgan so that we can get Danielle up and nominated. Okay. Here's the deal, everybody. Here's the surprising deal for all of you. Number one, these are the same people that every week have been like, Jason's going up, Jason's going out, our poll says this, we're making that happen. Oh, you guys don't see the link? I posted it. I just put it in the chat right now. You gotta copy it and paste it. See my name where it says Reality Recaps? That's the link. So, you still don't see it? Oh, it doesn't show the link up. That's weird. Why would it show up for me? Okay, I will tweet the link then. Hold on. I apologize. You're going to have to go to... Oh, but I don't want to post the link because then everybody on Twitter is going to weigh in. All right. I'm going to do this. I'm just going to... What am I going to make my tweet say? I'm going to make my tweet say, please donate. And then people won't click on it. Please donate. Tweet. Damn it, it showed the picture. All right, well, there it is. I just tweeted it out. I wanted it to be results for people and not Twitter. I wanted it to be for people that were in the chat room and not the Twitter people. I should have just had Amy tweet it. That would have been smarter. Eric, delete yours. Okay, I'll delete mine. Good idea. I'm deleting it. Okay, so it was there. Delete, tweet, delete. Okay, my tweet's gone. So, whoa, the polls are rolling in. Wait, hold on. We have live election updates. We have live updates on the election. Oh, there was just moving a lot a second ago. The live results are very entertaining. Who is going to win this nomination? It looks like the Team Blue would. Just like in November. Right. So go to @DancingAmy on Twitter if you need the link. Go to okay, and everyone needs to relax. Like, everyone's at a level 10, and I'm going to need you all to go down to a 5. This is Big Brother and it's supposed to be fun. Everybody needs to relax. Let's all just relax. Deep breathing. Okay, so let's hide that for the moment, because, you know, I'm still in a square. You now hasn't moved me out of my square yet. Okay, so back to what I was saying. Follow or go to @DancingAmy Twitter, or she'll post it in the chat room, and there you can get the link to vote live right now from the people in the chat room. Okay, so I know there's a thing going around where people are like, oh, we're going to try and trick people and split their votes and blah, blah. I don't care. It's the same people who are acting like their polls matter, that they're... None of it matters. I mean, it matters, but everybody always acts like a few people that got a few people's attention on social media is running everything. And they're not. In the same way, we're not running everything. I'm saying, I'm pretty sure production is the one that'll choose who's the third nom. But, so there's that. I just want to address that thing. It's annoying with how many people are like, oh my God, they're splitting the vote. They're doing this. And if you're one of those people in the chat room right now, that's fine. I just think, again, that it's been this every week. Crazy people trying to, they're selling MAC cosmetics. They're giving away Kylie Jenner cosmetics if you vote for, no. Just like that didn't happen, there's no big ploy to split the votes. Stop believing the bullshit. You know, when you read something on Twitter, don't believe it. It's crazy Twitter people. Now, all of that said, we're going to get into why Morgan, why not Morgan, why Danielle, why not Danielle in a minute. But I'm going to put in my preface before we talk about it and say, you can vote whoever you want. Whoever you want, you can vote. Our goal is just to see who the majority of the people, Reality House people, want to put up. And then you can either go with the majority or go on your own. I'm voting Morgan regardless. Now, let's talk about why Morgan first, okay? Number 1, it very well may out the sisters. Everyone is so focused on the fact of the showmance being a couple, and people are forgetting that the sisters have a much stronger bond than the couple does. So there's that. We want to expose the couple. Number 2 reason for Morgan. Oh, wait, Danny and Shane are a shield. Well, yes, I'm aware I'm well aware that Danielle and Shane are a shield. It's keeping the numbers. The number 2 reason why we want Morgan up is if you are a Misfit fan, you want to keep the numbers on Jason's side. You don't want to put somebody up not on Jason's side. So you don't want to put up Danielle. I'm aware that people want Danielle up. Some people want Danielle up because they just don't like her. Some people want Danielle up because they think it is helping out the Misfits side. It's not really helping out the Misfits side to put Danielle up. It's not. And I'm pretty sure everybody's on board with getting Danielle out just next week when the double veto isn't in play. The double veto makes it more complicated this week that there could be a chance that a Misfit could go home. And I'm talking right now solely if your goal is to help the Misfits. By the way, Morgan's still winning. Morgan's still getting the Reality Recaps endorsement. If Shane wins POV, and what if Shane wins POV and doesn't use it? Why would Shane not use the POV? Or what if Shane wins the POV and doesn't use it? You're correct. Then we voted Morgan and Morgan goes out. Thank you very much, Cole Davison, for the bars. Thank you. I very much appreciate that. What if Jason or Justin make a deal with him? If Jason or Justin make a deal with Shane? I don't understand why people are confused about the fact that as long as a plastic is on the block, they're the one going home. So if right now we are aware that Neely and Chrissy are on the block, if we put Danielle on the block, then it would be 3 Misfits on the block. And then if both vetoes are used, then it'll end up that there's the other 2 Misfits on the block. And with no plastics on the block, none go home. I don't understand why people are making it seem like this is rocket science. We need to put up a plastic that can't win stuff so that she does not win the POV. If Scott was smart and actually wanted someone from the Misfit side to go home, he would have put up 2 plastics so that he would have had 3 people playing for the veto, guaranteeing that 2 of them would probably win. And then he could have had it at the end of the week where the people he actually wanted to go home would have went home. This is a very stupid play on Scott's end. Very stupid play. Dee Dee says, or a plastic wins POV and they will take Morgan down also. Well, there's no plastics playing, but Scott, and if we nominate Morgan, Morgan. But do you really think Morgan's going to win a POV? Now, I will say, Morgan, not really my choice. I would have went with Shelby. I would have went with Shelby over Morgan. But the majority of the Reality Recaps people seem to be going Morgan. So we're endorsing Morgan. Morgan knows the slogans. I don't think there's enough slogans for it to be the slogan thing yet. And there is a lot of people who have bought into this split the votes paranoia, that they're all voting Morgan because they're afraid of the split the votes paranoia. I would have went with Shelby too. Shelby would have been the smart thing, but it's too late. We have to save Shelby for later. Team Alex is changing the votes. There are 2 extra player picks that could be plastic. Well, there's the HOH pick, and what's the other pick? Or no, the HOH doesn't pick. Who? Oh, the HOH just picks 2 people that play. Is that how they're doing it now? I forget this new stupid way that they're doing the POV. It has to be something that can have a first and second place. I'm thinking something timed. Correct. It's got to be something timed. I agree. Right. Scott draws 2. Correct. Jason Lovers, he wants Shelby to stay. That is true, RJ Mitchell. Jason does want Shelby to stay. So that's another reason for people that if your goal is to help the Misfits, Jason wants Shelby to stay. Correct. They pull chips if their names... Right, Mom of Twins. I just can never remember if it's the players are picking it or just the HOH picks out 2 names. And the answer is it's the HOH picks out 2 names. Jason asked... No, he didn't. I'm hoping he draws Shane and Danielle. It would be great if it was all Misfits playing. That's what would help the Misfits. The more Misfits playing, the better. But there's only one goal if your goal is to help the Misfits. And that is get a plastic on the block on Wednesday. There's got to be one there. So the only way to make that happen is to vote as a third nom a plastic. If that's your goal. If that's not your goal, then don't vote a plastic. If you want to see a Misfit go home, then jump on board with the Danielle plan. That's the way for you to go if you're doing it. But Misfit fans that think putting up Danielle is helping them, it's not helping them. Justin and Shane's names will be drawn. Bookmark this. I would not be surprised if Shane's name is drawn and house guest choice. Dancing Amy posts right. We can be pro Jason and anti showmans. I completely agree. I am very anti the showmans. And I am fine with going after Danielle next week. I think going after Danielle, and I mean for me, solely for me, I want to keep the Misfits intact for Jason's benefit. So my thought process is keep the numbers with the Misfits this week, take out Danielle next week, because this double veto thing puts in too many variables. But again, if your goal is you want plastics to have the benefit, then yes, you're going to want to vote in a non-plastic. Okay, well, you say Morgan or Shelley. I already voted Morgan. I voted Morgan. I did it. It was my first vote. I voted Morgan. I'm voting Morgan. Morgan is my choice. Morgan is still the choice of Reality Recaps fans who are Team Misfits are voting Morgan, and the people who are Team Plastics seem to be voting Danielle. So it does, I mean, Whitney has 1% of the vote. Oh, Shelby has 10. Has 5%. Shelby has 5%. I wish this moved the people up, but just, I'm not lying. Shelby has 5% of the vote. You can't see her because she's all the way on the bottom. She's below Alex, but she has 5% of the vote, which is nothing. Voting starts in 15 minutes. Correct. Voting starts in 15 minutes. Is there anything? Oh, Susan K, thank you very much for the bars. Thank you. Go and vote. Correcto. Chrissy needs to go before Danielle. Well, you can vote however you want. It does seem like the majority of Reality Recaps fans, or it doesn't seem like it, it is. The majority of the Reality Recaps fans who are Team Misfits, this week, I mean, I guess I shouldn't say that because I really don't know why, but I'm going to assume if your team Misfit, you're voting for Morgan. If your team Plastic, you're voting for Danielle. But we seem split. Or we don't seem split, we're split between Morgan and Danielle. The majority of the people that I see are voting Morgan. Majority of the people that I've had conversations with that want to keep the Plastics, want to keep the Misfits safe, are voting Morgan. All I can say is if you think voting Danielle is helping the Misfits, it's not. I think we could clear that up. Yeah, it is. It's split almost. It's 45% to 50% at the moment, with Morgan still leading. All the Misfits are asking us to put up Shelby. No, they're not. Okay, let's just block you because you're annoying. You're blocked. Most people don't get it this week. I think a lot of people don't get it this week, or they do get it and they want, and their team Plastic. Like, look, I'm well aware that I'm team Jason, that I think most reality recaps fans are team Jason, but I'm also aware there are reality recaps fans that aren't either. So I'm trying to represent both sides of you guys. People, yeah, kind of. Next week, the block can have Daniela, Shane, and Chrissy, and we can all go nuts. Oh, 100%. I'm letting you all know right now. For those of you that are mad that I'm going to push for Morgan this week, if Morgan ends up on the block this week, I'm 100%, I don't know if this makes any of you feel better, but I'm 100% pushing to break up the showmance next week. So if Morgan does end up on the block this week, then I'm pushing for showmance next week. I just want to keep the numbers with the Misfit side. When do I lie? Of course I promise. As long as the Plastic goes this week. Correct. Sick of Danny and Shane can go anytime. And I agree. Danielle and Shane could go anytime. I do agree with you. There is still a part of me, we discussed this in the patron show earlier, there is still a part of me that feels like I think production controls a little bit more than they want to let on that they control. Because if they didn't, and I'm aware I was told they zoomed in on the board that was the correct number, but I still feel like they create these comps where we don't know what the answer is, or we don't know what the correct choice is, or there's no way for us to know who the winner is so that they could declare anyone a winner if they wanted to. So I'm sure we have an input. I don't know. I think Neely is in a great spot and could go to the end. I sure hope so, Vanessa. I sure hope so. Hi, SS Latte. Yes, Danielle has to go next week. She's annoying. Right. I'm almost at my wit's end with Danielle. I'm almost at my wit's end with Danielle. I completely agree with you. Listening to her complain about peanut butter and jelly yesterday, and I was like, oh my God. And here's the thing. Here's the other point I want to make. A lot of people are like, oh, it's so not fair helping, Jason and the Misfits. Well, Scott, the HOH, is not even helping the Plastics. Again, if he wanted to help their side, he would have nominated 2 of those people on the Plastics to have a guaranteed 3 players in this POV on that side. That would have been the smart move. That would have helped the Plastics. And I bet you, remind me to ask him because I'll never remember, but I bet you if Jason was HOH this week with the same power, that is exactly what he would have done. I guarantee you he would have put up only people from his own side and encouraged us to put up people from his side so that they're all controlling the final noms of the week. And I will also say, for those of you that think, oh, Jason's controlling, blah, blah. Jason also told us that we, America, should put him and Whitney and other people up who have not been have-nots. He even said, don't keep going after that side of the house. Put some of us up. Put some of us on slop as well. So I thought that was nice of him. She said she is going to save all her child support money to go to Aruba. Yeah. Here's the thing, and you all can agree with this or not agree with this. I don't care what people say in the game because they're playing the game. I just don't. You have no idea why anybody says anything in the game. For example, if we were playing that game and I was playing for $500,000 that I know would change my whole life, my family's whole life, everybody's life that I knew, and I knew all the good I can do in that game, there's nothing I wouldn't say. Nothing. Zero. I would say it all. If I thought it would help to kill my mother, I would be like, oh yeah, my mom just died. It's really sad. Mom's dead. Yep. Just words. Just words manipulate. If I thought it helped to say, I am robbing banks on the weekend and I have $1 million in an offshore bank account and I don't even need this money. Oh, I'd say it. Anything to win. My point is, you don't know why anybody says anything in that house. You just don't. You just don't. That's bad juju, Eric. I don't believe in that, to be honest with you. It's just words. It's just, there's a lot of really good people I know. A lot of really good people I know with cancer and diseases, and they're all really good people, and they get the bad juju. So I'm pretty sure what you say doesn't give you bad karma. I wish it did. There are a lot of trolls that are doing just fine. And a lot of good people that aren't. After Chrissy threw her temper tantrum, I'm not such a fan anymore. I really haven't been that big of a fan of Chrissy. If you've paid attention, I'm not that big of a Chrissy fan. I'm a fan of I'm a fan of the numbers staying with the Misfits. That's what I'm a fan of. If I had to choose the order in which the Misfits had to go, I would get rid of Danielle first, then I would get rid of Shane, then I would get rid of Chrissy, and then I would have a really tough time between Neely, Justin, and Jason, because I love those three together. But I don't really care for Danielle, Shane, or Chrissy, personally. Chrissy throwing Danny under the bus all day in case Danny don't like her. I don't know what you're trying to say. Neely after that. Oh, I don't know. I like Neely. Neely is playing a really good game, and she's a strong woman, and she's playing a strong woman's game. Me wanting Shane out is not personal or voting emotional. It's the exact opposite, actually. Better long-term for Jason and Justin. I agree, too. I completely agree with that. I think getting Shane out is definitely, like, if we were really playing the game Big Brother, I think getting Shane out over Danielle is a better way to break up the showmance. But this is not really a season with a lot of physical stuff. It's not. Jason, Justin, Neely, and Alex for Final Four. Jason, Justin, Neely, and Alex for Final Four. Yeah, I would actually love that for a Final Four. I would. He's still a huge threat. He is. Shane is definitely a threat. Why split up the sisters? You like Alex, but they play alike. I don't necessarily want to break up the sisters. I just want to out the sisters. And I think Morgan being on the block will out the sisters, number one. And then number two, I want to make sure there's a plastic on the block for the end of the week. More importantly, I have to factor in crazy internet people. And crazy internet people bought into the whole split the vote garbage story. Otherwise, I would be 100% on board for Shelby. I think Morgan could have a chance to win this POV, whereas I think Shelby would have zero chance to win the POV. But because everybody jumped on board with Morgan, I'm jumping on board with Morgan too. But I think it was a stupid choice. Morgan cheated a lot on her have not this week too. Yeah, but they're not ever going to call them out. They don't ever call them out for that sort of stuff. I'm not going to comment on anything that people are telling me that anybody said on the feed, so you don't have to worry about correcting it. There's 3 people in the chat room that are my feed updaters, and if they tell me something said on the feed, then I will listen to it. Thank you, Dee Dee, for the bars. Thank you. Unless house guests complain, they won't call them out. Correct. All the house guests would have to go into the diary room and complain. How would it out the sisters? Because I'm not saying it's 100% going to out the sisters. I'm just saying it's our best chance to out the sisters. Morgan being on the block, in my opinion, the only way she can save herself, the only leverage or bargaining chip that she has is the twist, and is to tell somebody about the twist in order to make them think you're going to have a power on your side of 2 votes going forward. It's going to be her only play to make to save herself. Or she'll just tell them when she's leaving. Either way, she's telling them. It's her only card that she has to play. I hear you, Miranda W. I think it's a better choice too. Unfortunately, it's not where the majority is going. And to say where the majority is going, it is still with Morgan. And what happens if I scroll? Can you see? Oh, good. You can see Shelby. Well, you can see not even. Oh, she now only has 3%, so it's not even bar worthy. It's like Seinfeld. She's not sponge worthy, and she's not bar worthy. I just woke up. I missed the safety ceremony. Who did Scott put up? Scott put up Chrissy and Neely as planned, which I need to remember. I was supposed to update the website. Update the website. Oh, and by the way, thanks to the great suggestion by Dancing Amy, I'm going to put these polls on the website. I'm always going to have a separate poll for during the show because I always want to know specifically what you guys who are in this show while it's live think. But I'm going to also put the polls on, I guess I'll put it on the Big Brother page. I was thinking about putting it on the Trash Draft page, but I guess it makes more sense to put it on the Big Brother page. So you can vote anytime in the polls for the week at yourrealityrecaps.com/BBOTT. I have not done that yet. I will do it tomorrow. Dancing Amy only told me about this amazing poll thing today, so I don't have time. SS Latte says, or Jason will start thinking, why are they putting Morgan up, and realizing that something is going on and he knows they look identical. I agree with that. I wish we would have put up Morgan instead of Monty last week, because I think Monty is the person that Morgan would have confided the sister's secret in. And I think Monty would not have been smart enough to keep that secret to himself. I feel like now that Monty is gone, the really only person Morgan is genuinely close with is Alex. And that's another point. Alex is only... I also think it goes the same way for Alex. Well, no, actually, I guess Alex has Scott now. I think Alex has Scott now. So if we take Morgan out of the game, Alex almost, I think, might default over to Misfits. Oh my god, you created an account to tell me to shut up? Thank you. I love that, just so you know. Thank you I'm not going to even say your name, but thank you, seriously. I know that was a lot of work. You had to create an email account, and then a fake social media account, and then connect it to your fake YouTube account, all to tell me to shut up. Thank you. Next time, just become a patron and give me money. It will touch my heart more. Thank you. Are people going to vote out Morgan? Yes, that's what we're doing. Morgan's lead in our live poll just keeps growing and growing. So it seems like we're officially voting, going to endorse Morgan. I am going to vote Morgan. Oh, wait, right now. Is it time? Can we vote Morgan now? Shelby is throwing your vote away. I mean, either way, Shelby is throwing your vote away. If your goal is to help the Misfits, vote Morgan. If you don't understand why, just do it. Then be a minion and do it because I say so. If your goal is to help the Plastics, then vote Danielle. Either way, if you're Team Plastic or Team Misfit, you're throwing away your vote if you're giving it to anybody but Danielle or Morgan. I am going to cast my votes live right now. What? Oh, maybe I should see if Siri can help me. Hold on. Hi, Siri.
Hello there. Reality Recaps is the best website in the whole entire world.
I would like you to put in 20 votes for Morgan, please.
Checking my sources. Here's what I found on the web for I would like you to put in 20 votes for Morgan, please.
Oh, by the way, she found me JP Morgan cuts 4,000 jobs and Morgan Freeman aromatherapy. Don't know what that means. And yes, and you can vote again after midnight, correct. So you can put in your votes now, or, and then you can vote again after midnight. I hate saying it, but I agree with all of Scott's strategy this week. I want Shane gone for the same reasons he does. I hear you, Wesley, 100%. I'm fine with that. I do like that Scott wants to backdoor Shane. I want to backdoor Shane too. But, it wasn't the smartest way to go about it. The smartest way to go about it would have been to put 2 plastics up. And then you would have had 3 chances and 2 vetoes to get him out. But it's too late. He didn't do it the smart way. For those asking, since now the polls are open, Morgan still leading with 50% to Danielle's 45%. So if you want to know, I mean, it's basically, like I said, it's basically split with the live chat room poll that Morgan wins. Vote Morgan, if that's what you want, or Danielle. On the CBS page, they have Justin as the HOH, and we can vote Scott as a NOM. Interesting. I wonder if that was intentional. Let me look. I'll pull it up. Shows. Shows. Am I logged in? Not sure if I'm logged in. Riggedy rigged. I hope so. I hope it is. Twitter poll said Danielle, so it's 50-50. I don't know what you mean by that. Okay, vote. America's nominee vote. Let's see if I'm logged in. If I'm not, I can't do it. Nope, I'm not logged in. Balls. And I can't do it on the one where I can pull it up on the screen. Put up. Why are people thinking Danielle is a nom? Because I think some people bought into the whole Twitter thing about splitting the votes and that whole story. I think number one, it's because of that. I think number two, she just annoys people. And these are in no particular order. Number three, people are sick of a showmance. Number four, they didn't like the dog story. So I think those are all reasons people are not liking Danielle. I don't know for a fact, but that's what the majority of Twitter that I see that doesn't like Danielle is saying. Debbie G says, I'm just tired of her mouth. Hi, Coco Bay. I'm glad you made it. They're playing emotional. She annoys me, but we need the numbers. I hear you. That's why personally, for my own vote, I'm going to do whatever keeps the numbers on the Misfit side for now. Next week, a Misfit can go, and it does not affect the numbers. That's why I say, as long as Morgan is up this week and Morgan goes home, I am 100% pushing for a Shane or Danielle to be out of the house next week. 100%. Next week could be, Danny or Shane. I mean, it would probably be smarter to put Shane first, but I don't care. Whatever you guys want. But as a game, we need to keep Danny in the game. This week, I agree. This week, we need to keep Danielle in the game. I do agree with you. Next week, they would still have the numbers if she went home. Jokers has Danielle winning. Jokers hasn't been right all season. I don't care what other people's polls say. But thank you. Okay, yes, you were right with the numbers. I vote Morgan. Thanks. Good job. Oh, by the way, let me just say for Jason fans, let me just remind all Jason fans. That's not for Jason fans. What the hell is it? Oh, here it is. For all you Jason fans, that are subscribed, like if you're a subscriber on You Now, all Jason fans are getting the last Jason shirt, which is hooker please. I'm giving it away to anybody that is subscribed here in You Now this month, at the end of this month. Eric's team is beating Jokers. We're the best. I don't really think that we're the best. I just think we're really good at doing live shows and getting what people think versus throwing a poll out on Twitter that everybody seems to manipulate. And I think the majority of the people that are in our shows are people that watch the live feeds and watch the live feeds and stick with the updates and know what's going on more than just a person who hears, oh my God, they're splitting the votes. Tell everybody, Eric. If I told you how many emails I have gotten in the past 2 days from people literally acting like this, and again, if you were one of the people that sent me it, it's a comedic recap show. I don't mean to insult you. I've literally gotten emails from people that you would have thought somebody is telling them there is a family member hanging off a cliff and they can only save one family member. Like, the amount of chaos that some people have bought into this split the vote story is insane. You know who you are. You know who you are. I don't think it's anybody in this room. We need a Crackle War t-shirt. That would be funny. We should make one. Do you think America's NOM will be gone in a couple weeks? No, I think it will stick around. I'm sorry, but Danielle is a classic narcissist, and I'm tired of her and the misfits, except Jason and Justin. Even Jason is starting to wear on me. Well, you know what, Sarah? You're allowed to feel that way. You have my permission. What is #guys? Well, we're people. We walk around. We have twigs and berries, and girls have holes. And then we put stuff in girls' stuff, and then it makes babies. So I'm glad I was able to educate you on what guys are. You're welcome. What do you mean about splitting the votes? Nothing. Don't even worry about it. Just a Twitter attempt at people to make sure people who are plastic fans trying to make sure that Danielle gets on the block by creating confusion for plastic fans. I mean, confusion for misfit fans. See what a complicated story it is? Eric, you're rated #1 in guys. Oh, thank you. Never cared. But thank you. Become a fan. We love you. Voting Morgan again at 12. Yes, vote Morgan again at 12. I think they're going to end America's NOM in 2 weeks because that's when they usually end the twists. I don't know. I'm not sure that they're going to do that on this season. I think on a season where a player in the game, I don't think they're going to do it. I don't think so. I don't think they are. Do you know why Chrissy wanted to read the BB rule book after the nomination ceremony? I don't, Annie. I came on live right after. End of the world. Votes getting split. Hide your babies, says Giselle. What do you think of Scott? I think you're all horrible people, and I think Scott has a good heart and a good soul, and people just don't like the way Scott looks. And if we put Scott's personality inside of a Justin Timberlake body, you would all love him. And I think you're all horrible, judgy people. Like Monty says, judge a book by its cover. Oh, wait, the opposite of that. No, I don't know I think Scott is playing the game, and I think he's playing the game too hard. At first, I appreciate that he's a super fan. I don't think he's playing well. I have a feeling that Scott is our people. I have a feeling Scott is someone who will come and do this show a lot in the future. Because he just seems to be one of us. He seems to be... You know who Scott is? I'll tell you exactly who Scott is. Scott is the one of us, or the ones of us, that bought the split the vote score story. That's who Scott is. He seems to be the one who doesn't really look at the full picture of what's happening in the game. Boop, 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 boop. Yes. Oh, my block quota was getting low. It just brings me joy to block people. Flippin' Skittle, Ronnie wannabe. I think he is. I think he 100% is a Ronnie wannabe. And I just want to say, even though I think the majority of us have voted now, we are still in with Morgan in the lead, and not even close. I mean, again, Shelley has no bars. No bar at all for Shelley. So unfortunately, it's not looking good. Scott equals big-headed Ratatouille and Big Brother, probably like the debt collector in real life. Wow. I do like that he was a big Jason fan during BB17. Of course he was a big Jason fan. Of course he was. I don't feel this way, but Reddit hates you. Oh, God. Reddit hates me? How long should I care about people I don't know? I don't care. I also doubt that Reddit hates me. But if I got a memo that was like, hey, Eric, Reddit hates you, I would be like, oh my God, strangers on the internet hate me. Oh, guess I'm just going to have to keep going on my life somehow. I'll muddle through. Stop. Here's a life tip. It's time to pause Big Brother for a second and have an Eric's life tip. Here it is. What other people think of you is none of your business. Number 1. Number 2, don't let social media rule your life. Number 3, don't listen to what strangers tell you on the internet. Never cared. Ever. Yeah. Does Reddit pay my mortgage? Is there a way I could get Reddit to pay my mortgage? Oh, right. Number 4, it is okay to take candy from strangers. And by the way, number 5 is a great tip from my good friend Monty, who, by the way, will be live right here Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. And it is, you always judge a book by its cover. You know that's going to be my first question for Monty on Tuesday night, right? So, Monty, we still judging books by their cover? Any chance Neely goes home this week? There's always a chance. There is always a chance. Always. There's always a chance. But you know what? It's a game, and it's supposed to be fun. It's called entertainment television. This is for fun. This is supposed to be fun. Expect the unexpected 100%. Oh, okay, I'm gonna guess you right to being blocked. Bye. Thanks for that little dose of endorphin. Oh, I seriously think they need to just, I don't know, I'm just saying, if you're on antidepressants, just start blocking people. It's like some natural dopamine shit. Like, it bursts in my head. Like, oh, I never have to hear from that person again. It is so amazing. Like, oh my God, I never have to hear from that person again. It is the best feeling. I love it. Glenn's here. Glenn, who are you voting for? Glenn, who are you voting for? I disagree with you sometimes, but I like the show. Oh, well, I appreciate that. Ooh, Glenn doesn't want to say who he's voting for. I would be interested to know if this would work. Glenn, are you dressed? Are you dressed, Glenn? I really don't know that this will work, but I was going to see if I could guest you on to, ask you who you're voting for. There's a chance this won't work, so... Oh, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Oh my God, and I can hear you. This actually works. This is amazing. Wait, chat room, can you guys hear Glenn?
Yeah, I see you. I see everything.
Perfect. Glenn, who are you voting for to be the third nom?
I think I just walked in on this. Are the other ones already nominated?
Yes, sorry. Neely and Chrissy.
All right. Scott has a vote. I would want Morgan.
Thank you.
But
I don't.
You think he's gonna go?
Well, according to our chat room right now, Morgan is in the lead.
Yeah, I would like Morgan.
That's because you're an intelligent person, Glenn. People are voting Danielle for some reason.
Why?
Well, they don't like Jason's side having all the power.
It's ridiculous. I just literally just popped on. I said, "Oh, let me see if you're on." I saw on Twitter you're on, so I just popped on.
Well, I am glad, Glenn. I can let you go back to your sports or whatever you people do on a Sunday.
My teams are done already, so I've been watching football all day. I was at the Giant game today.
I'm sorry, what's that? Is that where they throw the ball? What is that noise? Do you have a duck?
No, that's my 19-year-old Jack Russell.
Oh, okay, let us see. Can we see, or is it...
No, he's
sick?
Yeah, he's in the foyer. I don't know if I could do it. Let me see.
Are you feeding him?
Yeah, of course. But he's just very
Okay.
old, and he's blind, and he's deaf, and I don't know.
Well, we just got to ask that question these days. Oh, hi, little Jack.
Lester, come here. You see him?
Oh my God.
He's an old guy.
Blind, really?
He's 90% blind. He's completely deaf, and he's my baby. I can't just put him down.
No, oh my God! Stop talking about that. Ah la la,
Yeah.
that's so precious.
Yes,
Oh
he's
my God.
been with me through thick and thin. He's been with me for 19 years, so he's been through a lot. And everybody says, "Oh, he's old. Put him down." And I'm like, "That's like my child." I said, "I never could do that. As long as he's not suffering, and the vet says he's not, he's good."
You know why he barks, right? John told me this, the person I do shows with sometimes, because when they can't see, it's so they can feel the vibration from the walls.
Yeah, I figured something like that. Because when I stomp on the floor near him, then he like calms down.
Okay, Glenn, you have to tell us something happy now, because I'm going to cry on this show now. That was very sad.
I just got a text message.
Oh, from who?
From guess.
Nicole.
No.
Corey.
No.
Glenn. I know you're Glenn. I know who it is. Paulie.
No.
Really?
In the same vicinity.
Zakia.
No, vicinity here on the East Coast, our side.
Oh, Natalie.
Yes.
What did she say?
She is having an event on Wednesday.
Oh, in New Jersey.
In New Jersey, and she would like me to attend and be there with them.
Is it the same place as the Paulie one was?
No, it's different. Something called the Tilted Kilt.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, I didn't hear it either. And I just told her to text me the address and text me. I said text me the address and let me see what my schedule looks like. And if I can, I'm always here for my BB family. So.
Well, and it's free, and I know it's a free family event, right?
Yes.
So you guys don't have to pay. I'm sure if you follow Natalie's Twitter or James's Twitter, I'm sure they're retweeting it if you guys want to go. And Glenn might be there.
Yes, and I think she's extended it to other people, but I don't know who yet. But I would love to go. I love Natalie, and James is a good guy, so... like I said, I'm always there for my BB family because when I do my event for juvenile diabetes, I hope all my BB alum can come.
I hope so too. Did you go to Gina Marie's boxing match today?
No, I couldn't go. I had all the other
things
to do, but I don't know if she won. She looked great. Did you see her outfit?
Yeah, I did.
Hot. Yeah, really hot. I was like, wow. That's the person I got to text. I got to call her up and find out. She's close to there too. Maybe she'll come, or I don't know. I'll have to ask. I don't know if they want other alum. I don't know how her and James are doing it.
I have no idea. I don't know. They lost my invite. Where do you vote in the poll? The poll's over. For those asking, wait. What Susan K wants to know? What was your puppy's or your dog's name again?
My Jack. I have two. I have my Jack Russell. The old one is Buster.
Buster?
Yeah.
Or Busta?
No, well, the way we say it in the Bronx, Buster.
Got you. Oh, that's very cute. I am going to not be sad about that for the rest of tonight.
No, he's nothing to be sad about. He's just old. You know, that's what happens. He's like me. We're old. And this is my other baby. Wait, let me show you my other baby. I don't know if you can put the lights on. This is the one. If you've seen my packages for Big Brother.
Mm-hmm.
The one. Yeah, you see her?
Oh, she's cute.
Missy. This is my Missy. She's
Missy?
Yeah, Missy.
Got it.
So I want to give you a little bit of a little love story.
Oh.
I am the dog groomer.
We heard.
That little dog is what made me have my beautiful daughter.
Why is that?
I groomed my fiance's dog, and that's how we met. And that's how my family was born.
Is groom the dog code?
People tell me all the time, "How'd you meet Kim? How'd you?" And I said, "I groomed her dog and fell in love, and that little dog is the connection that got me to be with her, and now I have my beautiful daughter."
Okay, so that dog was originally her dog.
Her dog, yes, that's her dog. Buster was my dog.
Good, Glenn, because between me and you, I was going to say Jack Russell, manly. That dog, little gay. But now that I know it's a woman dog that you've just brought in, now I get it.
Yep.
What kind of dog is that?
Maltese.
A Maltese. Yeah, that is like... Shih Tzu. Well, Glenn, I'm going to let you go, but I am glad that you weighed in on the Morgan versus Danielle thing, vote. I know that you'll check back in tomorrow and we'll find out who won what, where, and who won it.
Definitely. I'll definitely check in. When is it tonight? Midnight, of course, right?
The voting just opened 25 minutes ago.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll check in with you guys tomorrow. Thank you for letting me pop in, and hello, everybody. Good night.
All right, Glenn. Bye. Ba-doop boop. That was fun, Glenn guest phone call. I just remembered, when I post this show on the website, you guys get the HD version, like the widescreen version of it. I just realized I'm going to look like a crazy person talking to nobody because I'm recording it on my end and Glenn won't be there. So, only you people who subscribed and watch it back here in You Now will be able to see Glenn's part. Otherwise, I'm just going to look like a crazy person talking to myself. People are going to watch the show back and go, who is Eric talking to? No, you won't hear him either. Here's your quick behind the scenes. Ready? You want a quick behind the scenes? So here you go. Ready? Look. Woo! I mean, you can't really see me, but there and there are where the show is being recorded, and over there is You Now. So, it's getting recorded before it goes live on You Now, is what I'm saying. So that's why I bring people in on Skype on the show, and I don't bring people in on You Now, because You Now is not being recorded. It's being recorded before it gets to You Now, if that makes sense. Anyway, Glenn, maybe if you're still watching, I'll figure out a way to grab it from You Now. Since that wasn't that long, I can probably just edit you into the HD show. So anyway, you guys heard what Glenn had to say. Vote Morgan. If you are upset that Glenn went home first because of Nicole and you are an anti-Nicole fan, you vote Morgan. That's what you do. Glenn said so. And look, that precious little dog, do you really want to upset that dog's owner? I wouldn't want to upset that dog's owner. I'm going to really be sad about that dog for a while now. Imagine if I'm not able to get the Glenn part in the show and people don't understand what the thing was with the dog. If they're just watching the me part back and they're like, what is he talking about? Buster is probably very happy. I'm sure Buster is happy. It makes me sad. I don't like when anybody's sick, let alone an animal. Do it for Buster, the red, white, and the brave. But if I've learned anything from Republicans, it's you take something that has nothing to do with voting and you make it completely about voting and you manipulate the situation. So, do it for Buster. Vote Morgan. Good night, Flippin' Skittle. I love ya. Vote Morgan and evict Morgan, but evict Shane only if Morgan is saved. I don't think I follow that. Just put in my 20 votes for Mo, waiting for the reset. Yeah. I think, here's the bottom line. Let's, wrap this show up for the people that are going to watch it back, because I feel like we're going to start going off the rails a little bit and yada, yada, yada. So let's just make it clear again. The official chat room poll was vote for Morgan overall, or I'm assuming if you are team Misfits, you are voting for Morgan. If you are team Plastics, you are voting for Danielle. Don't be tricked into thinking that voting for Danielle helps the Misfits, because it doesn't. And I think those were the main points that we had in the show. Oh, and that if Morgan goes this week, it's pretty much locked for Danielle to go next week, unless she somehow wins HOH. We would never go off the rails. No, I just mean, I don't, I like to keep the recorded playback shows more concise and to the point. And now I feel like we're going off into talking about other things that maybe BB people won't care about. So I'm going to end the recorded show, but I will say, come back tomorrow. What time is, of course, I don't have my schedule on here. 4 o'clock is the reveal tomorrow. 4 p.m. Eastern, I believe, is the reveal. So we will see what time. I will be back tomorrow when the reveal is happening and we learn who our NOM is and we do our next show. 4 is the veto ceremony. Oh, it's 1 p.m. is the... Got you. Okay, so 1 p.m. is when we find out who the third NOM is. 4 p.m. is the start of the veto competition. So I guess we'll go live after the veto competition tomorrow, and we will find out who the NOM was, and we'll discuss what the results of the veto is. And we'll be live tweeting that, and I will be in the Reality Recaps chat room as well. So check all that out with us tomorrow. See all of our content back at yourrealityrecaps.com/BBOTT. Become a patron if you want to help support our shows, or you could do one-time donation at PayPal, or you can subscribe right here in You Now. I will see all of you guys tomorrow. Bye, everybody.